Happy Wednesday to you. The hump day before Turkey Day. Turkey Day elbow shot. Been a couple of weeks. Hope you all are doing well. I don't care. Look at my newest pipe. This is a Medico Crest meerschaum from the late 60s, early 70s. Picked it up on eBay a couple of weeks ago. Thought Paladin was going to have an organism when I told him. Well, Thanksgiving has rolled around. Keep thinking about the Thanksgivings when I was growing up. My parents were always socializing people. Let's put it that way. They enjoyed their libations and having friends and family over. I'm looking for Walter Raleigh, by the way. That gummit, go out. I remember one Thanksgiving they like to have friends over and have a few drinks and play cards, and one of their friends drove a great big old Ford pickup truck with big tires, loud engines. He came over and parked it in front of the house, and everybody was in the kitchen, which you could see the front door from the kitchen. But they're all having drinks, and dang, I guess that's out already. All right. And we'll switch over to the Morgan Bones pipe, which has Dunhill BB 1938, my mixture in it. Love the smell of Latakia in the morning. So anyway, he drove his truck over. They were all in the house drinking, playing cards, and not paying attention. I guess he decided it was okay to leave the keys in the truck. Went outside to leave. A couple of hours later, the truck was gone. Didn't find it until the next day. Somebody just walked up into our front yard and drove away in the truck. Nobody ever heard it. Whoever took it had parked the truck in the woods and threw the keys out into a field. So there was about 10 of us the day after Thanksgiving, or a couple of days after Thanksgiving, I don't know, wandering around the field looking for the keys. Finally found it. Found them. Fun times. Then there was the Thanksgiving that we had family over. My mom's baby sister and her husband. They're no longer married, but he was my uncle for a few years. Crazy guy. Wild. He was fun. And my stepdad was also crazy and wild and fun. They had a few drinks one night at the house. And stop me if I've told you this story before. I don't remember. They had a few drinks, and my uncle decided to do a headstand in the middle of our living room floor. He was a very skinny guy. He probably weighed 130 pounds. And he gets in the middle of our living room floor and does a headstand, So his head's on the floor, kind of balancing his head and his hands. Well, not to be outdone, my stepdad said, well, hell, if he can do it, I can do it. See, there's two fundamental differences between my uncle and my stepdad. Number one was the 130-pound uncle, and my dad was not a large man. Stepdad was not a large man, but he weighed more than 130 pounds. But the other fundamental difference is the fact that my uncle had a head full of hair. My stepdad did not. So when my stepdad went to do a headstand, he had no friction. He went right on over, and his heel went right into the wall. Put a hole in the wall about that big. Thought my mother was going to have a conniption. The hardest I ever laughed, my stepdad is now suffering with stage 4 lung cancer. So he's going through chemo and stuff. He's doing okay. But that's not the funniest story with me. The time I laughed the hardest ever at my stepdad. My stepdad's a picky eater. He's very picky about what he grew up on a farm, but he doesn't like any vegetables, pretty much. He's a steak and potatoes guy, that's it. And canned corned beef. I don't get it. Anyway, he got a bad cold one time. And the way our house was set up when I was a kid, right off the kitchen was a set of patio doors that led to a deck out back. It still cracks me up to think about it. Well, he had a bad cold, and my mother wanted him to take some cold medicine. Well, he was not keen on doing that at all. We're in the kitchen, and she makes him take that cold medicine. And he starts gagging and just shaking his head, and he can't hardly talk. And I'm standing there, and I'm watching him. And he said, "Doug, open the sliding door. Open the sliding door. You got to open that door." Well, I opened the glass sliding door, but it had a screen door there. Well, he took off running and ran right through the screen door, not the screen door, out onto the patio, and went over to the side of the deck, spit that stuff out. I don't think I had laughed that hard, and I don't know when. Ran right through the screen door, just knocked it right out. He didn't tell me to open the screen door. He told me to open the glass door. So I didn't open the screen door. I just opened the glass door, and he took off running before he could say anything else. Anyway, I do have a prayer request for someone who was once a pretty active member of the YTPC. Some of you may remember him. Pickin Piper Chris. Chris was one of the first meetups I ever did back in 2019. He wasn't the first. I think I'd gotten together with Buckeye before. But the family and I took a trip up to Pennsylvania to go to Philadelphia to see a Billy Joel concert. And I'd gotten up with Chris ahead of time, said I'm coming up, I'd like to get together with you. So Chris and I met up at the cigar shop. There's video of this. It was back in 2019, I think April. If I remember, I'll try to put a link down in the ash hole to that video. But heck of a nice guy. Well, even though hadn't done videos in 2 or 3 years, he and I still text on occasion, mainly holidays, things like that. He reached out to me, I don't know, a month or 2 ago, asking for prayers. His wife was struggling with cancer. And having had experience with your wife having cancer, he reached out to me and I was happy to hear from him, happy to pray for him. But sadly, he lost her this week, Sunday, I believe. Especially with this time of year, the holiday season, it's especially tough, and I know he's taking it hard, and the kids as well. So if you are of the praying kind, I hope that you are, send up some prayers and well wishes to him and the family. I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving, blessed Thanksgiving. Enjoy the food, the family, the drinks, whatever you do. Don't go too overboard. If I don't see you again before Thanksgiving, stuff your own damn bird. You folks be well. Be humble. Be grateful for all that you have. I'll see you again soon.